This is what we like to see on our bumpy road. A grader coming to put a smoother surface on it. Up ya boyo. And the roller to put a finish on it. Nice. I drove one of those machines for thousands of hours in Australia. Hello and welcome to Salvador Valley. This is a project led by some Irish guys in rural El Salvador trying to build the hostel of our dreams. That will look something like a venue immersed in nature with facilities to train martial arts, do yoga, breath work, have unbelievable crack at the bar, drinking, dancing, fighting, smoking, and ice baths, natural spa, a swimming pool filtered with aquatic plants. The possibilities are endless. The one problem is we're limited with resources, so we're going step by step, little by little. One brilliant piece of news I have to share is this channel is officially monetized. As of right now, we have earned 82 cents. So thanks to all you guys for all your support. And if you're new here, I hope you stick around to watch the journey unfold. In our previous video, you would have seen us pour our concrete slab for the patio area. Before we poured it, we put down white earth, which is volcanic ash from an eruption 1500 years ago. Now what we noticed when we had that white ash spread out in front of our main shed was it was actually a really comfortable area to walk on, and when the heavy rains came it didn't get completely mucky and messy. So we took that very idea which we used for the concrete slab. Now I'll get back to that later because the drainage system isn't really working and the Bahuka retaining wall isn't retaining all of the soil, so we've had to do some reworks. That's why we had to pull out all that gravel and we haven't paved it yet. But back to what we realized was that area is so effective at just making something really easy, really nice to walk on in your feet without creating a big mess when it rains. So we now have this area to sit at just outside our main building. Got a bit of garden furniture which Charlie brought over, and this has changed our usable space so much because it's shaded and it's just so comfortable. It's nice. It's right beside where we're all of our facilities are. So yeah, you can come out here and have your breakfast or your lunch or your dinner, or move the furniture away and put down some yoga mats. Just generally enjoy a nice flat shaded piece of land. It's the little things in life really. And I'll show you exactly how we made it. I don't have too much footage of the process because I was super busy, but we basically had to make a retaining wall, just like we made this retaining wall because that was the area we were making, was the patio. So we're like, right, we need to build a retaining wall. So we built a proper one out of stones. But then for this one, we're thinking, surely there's another way to do it. And we came up with this, using materials just we've had lying around the site. So these posts are from the jocote tree. So they're actually planted into the ground. They're not set in concrete, they're just set in the soil. And what you'll see here is they're actually starting to grow. So this is going to turn into a new tree, each of these posts. So it will be really robust if it takes root properly, and because it's the rainy season now, it should. And between each of the posts, we just had these teak ribs. So when you make teak planks, this is the outer like curved perimeter. So they're usually just left for scrap by a lot of timber harvesters, but we held on to ours and yeah, just nailed them to these posts. And now we've got a lovely, lovely porch area. Now we just really need to plaster that wall. So this is the new outdoor sink washdown basin we've finally plumbed up. Oh. We're live. Air in the system. We've also taken a tee off it here for an interesting idea with the black coil. Have this black coil just sitting here, have water running through that. I'm going to send that water in here. It's yet to be plumbed up. Going to connect it in here into another line and have this running back, feeding the washing machine and sinks for hot water. So the plan would be have this coil heating up during the early parts of the day while there's plenty of sun, get hot water, and finally do some hot water laundry. People that have been following the channel since last March may recall Chato coming over to explain how we could build a concrete bench to finish this wall. Fast forward to 6 months later and we finally get round to doing it. The process involved having steel rods set in concrete in the cavities in the wall, bent down through an incision made in the concrete block, and then tying more steel to make the shape of the concrete bench. Once the steel was ready, we screwed in a wooden form around it, supported by some jocote posts underneath it, and then got a mix of concrete on and let Chato work his magic on it. Laying the blocks on the ground was an example of working smarter, not harder. 6 meses después, vamos con la repisa.
This is revolutionary. That's safe.
Another aspect of this project which we're really excited to get stuck into is producing our own food. We've started by planting a few fruit trees, but there is so much more potential to unlock. So when Chato, our neighbour, invited us to visit his little farm, I was delighted to learn from him about his local ways of producing various fruits, vegetables and grains.
Este le dicen frijol mono y frijol mica. Este es bueno en sopa con yuca, con verdura. Y allá arriba lleva flores, pero le está llegando la plaga. Por eso le he hecho vinagre. Para que la plaga se vaya.
Entonces, este frijol está creciendo a la par de la milpa.
De la milpa, aquí está la mata de él. Le he hecho vinagre para que las hormigas y toda plaga se va. No le gusta. Entonces, cuando a los 3 meses, este maíz, lo que hace uno que lo dobla, porque si lo dejas así parado, si hay lluvia, la lluvia entra por aquí y pudre el maíz. Entonces, y si lo dejas así parado también, los pájaros, las aves vienen y lo empiezan a romper, a morder y se comen el maíz. Entonces lo que hacemos es que con la cuma le damos aquí y lo doblamos. Lo doblamos así. Y con la cuma se le corta esta parte. Y ya queda el maíz así, doblado.
Y luego, ¿qué pasa?
Luego, después de los 3 meses que se ha doblado, en noviembre, a principios de diciembre, se viene a sacar el maíz. Ya para cocerlo y hacer las tortillas. Cuando está así, se llama elote. Cuando ya en la mata está seca, se llama maíz. Entonces se dobla así como te dije allá. Se dobla y ya queda ahí protegido, así guindado, ¿verdad? Entonces así ahorita está bueno para comer cocido.
¿Y la maíz está bueno para hacer qué?
El maíz, ya cuando es maíz, es para echar tortilla, para comer.
Ah, para hacer harina.
Ajá, no, se cuece ya desgranado, aporreado, sacado de aquí del olote y se cuece con cal y después se lleva al molino y se hace la masa y empiezan a hacer las tortillas para la comida, para comer, para acompañarlo con la comida. ¿Y con qué?
Ok.
Ajá. Haces el hoyo, tiras el maíz y lo tapas y eso es todo. Allí está. Dentro de 4 días están haciendo. Ya lleva raicita. Ayer lo vine a sembrar. Ese es el rábano, este rojo. Pero como no tiene tierra, se va creciendo así como raíz, ¿verdad? Y si esto yo le echo tierra así, eso rojo que está allí va a engruesar y se hace la pelotita. Ahí está otro. Ahí. Ojalá que con esto ya va a estar bien. Y ese pepino que he sembrado, ese otro que he sembrado.
Un gran puñado de limones.
Puñada de limones.
Puñada de limones.
Vamos a cortar unos que están aquí, que los vi que están casi amarillos ya, porque esos son los que ya están con demasiado jugo. Este es el mejor limón. Este se llama limón indio.
Paisano.
Ajá, es el mejor limón porque le da más sabor a las comidas.
We made an unbelievably delicious lemonade from those limes. Besides paving the barbecue, building the red brick barbecue, putting a roof over the hand wash station, finishing the kitchen, there's heaps of other things. I just got a message about an eco build, which we're actually planning in November using natural cob to build a standalone accommodation unit. So we're thinking about doing some practice cob work before that, maybe putting a gable end on the opposite side of the wall here. And we're also looking at building an office space because it's in hot demand with all the editing I'm trying to do, and then Charlie's trying to run several businesses at the same time. He needs a space. Thank you to the chickens for keeping us on our toes. And thanks to you for watching the video. As always, if you have any feedback, let us know in the comments. And if you'd like to come and volunteer with us, please get in touch because we need some help, guys. We need some help. We're low on numbers now since the gang left, but there's a few people in the pipeline that are showing interest online, but we need people all the time. So reach out to us. Thanks. Bye-bye.